Well, good evening and welcome to your old news update. I'm Bud Driscoll, and I hope everyone can hear me because the microphone is getting a little, well, limp, I should say. So, they just don't make microphones the way they used to. Anyway, as you can see, I'm alone. I'm a one-man band today because Hiram Clapsaddle and Izzy Fitz are missing in action again. I don't know where they are. But if you want to get anything done, you have to do it yourself. So, here I am. So anyway, I'd like to thank our sponsors, Eagle Crest Retirement Home up on Magnolia, great place to retire. Headley's Clothing fits men of all sizes, shapes, creeds, and colors, and rainbows. And he does everything. And our last but not least, the Smoky Hill Museum, 211 West Iron, where history is made every day. Now, topping the headlines today, listen to this, ladies and gentlemen. April 14th, 1966, 50 years ago, out of Lawrence. If you've never seen flying saucers, you're not very observant, and if you've seen as many as I have, you won't believe in them. But it wouldn't hurt to keep an eye peeled for signs that there have been visitors from other planets millions or billions of years ago, said Arthur C. Clarke, a noted British science writer and author of 2001: A Space Odyssey. He suggested that the visitors might not have stayed long because they found the place dull. Imagine that. I wonder if they came to Kansas. His talk, Explorations into Tomorrow, closed the third day of a seminar at the University of Kansas by experts examining man, his past, present, and future. So maybe that's where Izzy and Hiram are. Maybe they were abducted by aliens and probed. I don't know, we'll have to find out next week. Something I just don't want to get into. Anyway, April 12th, 1941, 75 years ago. Although they are hesitant about making a survey, city officials are of the opinion that Salinans are indulging in more frequent bathing since the water rate was reduced on January 1st. For despite the price reduction, which is estimated to save the consumer as much as 15.5% net income, January and February was only $69.54 below that of the same period last year. Well, my opinion is anything that can make people take more baths is okay with me, especially if you've been in Walmart lately. You just need more baths. Anyway, now we're going to go back 100 years to April 10th, 1916. Somebody's not paying the electrical bill, I can tell. Anyway, this is out of Gove. Little Lyle Hines was badly burned about the head Sunday afternoon when a glass of gunpowder exploded and struck him in the face. The folks were all away from home, and Lyle decided to test the powder, which he had seen in a glass on the shelf a good many times. So he applied a lighted match, and then the folks found that he was minus his eyebrows and part of his hair, and his face was badly swollen. That's what you get for playing with gunpowder, kids. Leave it alone. And last but not least, 125 years ago, out of the Salina Daily Republican, April 14th, 1891. The following, taken from the Topeka Capitol, sets forth in a very forcible light that financial conditions of the state. Kansas is a young state, but there is not a state in the Union probably with such a good financial record. That bonded indebtedness of the state is but $801,000. Our state capitol building, now nearly completed and worth any of the states in the Union, has been paid for as it progressed. And when finished, it will be about the only state house on the continent for which at the time of its completion, the state was not in debt. Well, 125 years later, we can't say that now, can we? Well, anyway, before the lights completely go out, thank you for joining us today, and maybe we'll have Hiram and Izzy back tomorrow, next week, who knows, if the spacecraft lets them go. But until then, we'll see you yesterday.